Hi, this is Marty with just a quick note to the Forerunner family. Last night at church we just had a great time and the Lord spoke some things very specifically for us as a family. And I just wanted to touch on the first one real fast. It's that it's not dead. Now this is taken from the 11th chapter of John, and you ought to go back and read this a couple of times through and ask the Lord to speak to your heart. In the 11th chapter of John we have the resurrection of Lazarus. Now, what I believe the Lord speaking to us is that Lazarus is not just a person as it is in the story, but sometimes, and I believe specifically at this season, he's speaking to us as our Lazarus being the promise of God. You see, as soon as Lazarus died, they sent word to Jesus, and Jesus' response was, "This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God." And so sometimes there's a delay in the vision. There's a delay in receiving the promise that God has given to us. And the word of the Lord has got to be, this is not unto death. Delay is not a denial. And so what you've got to do during this transitionary time when you're playing ping pong between the promise of God and the circumstances of life is to keep your focus strongly just fixed to the Lord Jesus. That's why when God was telling Joshua about going into the new land, he told him that this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth. That means the vision should be in you. You should be speaking it and meditating on it. He said, this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate therein day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything that I commanded you to do. And so this is what I'm challenging you right now to do. Start this New Year's off with your focus not on the circumstances of life and on the circumstances that are going around, but on the promise of God that there's going to be resurrection. Because Jesus' words to the sisters were, didn't I say to you, if you believed that you would see Lazarus come back from the dead, that you would see a resurrection. Remember, Jesus is the resurrection and the life. And I believe this is a season in time that dream that God's placed in your heart for it to be awakened. And so your job, roll away the stone. Don't be afraid to embrace that dream and to hold on to that promise. Roll away the stone so Jesus can command Lazarus to come forth. Well, blessings. Have a great week. I'm praying for everybody.